The other piece of grounding for me, see, I told you, I warned you. This is not an easy way to answer, but is being with my grandmother in the garment factories. And I remember being with her. She worked at the Levi's around the corner. It was later called Jongsai. So my grandmother worked there making with jeans. She couldn't sew very fast, but she did the rivets on the Levi's thing. I would sit under her machine, or I'd be playing. There's an open space, and I'd be playing there. And there was one day that I will always remember. I'm playing there. Maybe I was 6. And all of a sudden a woman screams. And all the women started screaming. And as it turned out, when I looked over there, she had gotten her hand caught in the sewing machine. Because, you want to sew really fast. So you take off the guards, right? You take off the safety stuff. And so like everybody's just sewing, and she got her hand caught with a needle in her hand, and there was blood everywhere, and all the women are screaming. They brought towels and stuff, and then I was by the elevator, where all of a sudden the elevator door opens up, and the boss comes out. He's short and round and red faced, and he's coming up, and he's going over there, and he's just yelling at all the women, go back to work, go back to work. And then somebody had just had the nerve to figure out how to get the needle out of her hand. And she's crying, and he starts yelling at her, right? Look what you've done, don't you know how to sew? I could understand Chinese at that time. And then an ambulance came, I don't know if an ambulance came, but she left. She probably just went to the Chinese hospital. But I sat down with my grandmother, and she usually doesn't get mad, but she says, did you see that? And I said, yes. Who is that? I said, in Chinese, it's the boss. That's right, it's the boss. You know why? You know why he's like that? I go, I don't know. And he says, because he's mean, and he's ugly, and too much soy sauce. I'm like, too much soy sauce? Like, okay. But that was a crystallizing moment for me in terms of understanding about working people and women and the role of men and the bosses. And that was, for me, was just made an impression as a 6-year-old to understand about this kind of people. The other thing is the soy sauce. I have this memory at 6 years old. I'm 70 now. I still think about it. And so it's kind of like percolating throughout my life and understanding it in different ways. And that's why I call moments like that soy sauce moments. It's like it ferments and kind of like makes more sense to me as I kind of think about it. And but that was another step